Welcome to the Millionaire Maker Show, a podcast helping online coaches monetize their life's work and scale their businesses to create more time, more money, more freedom, and more impact. Now, with over 20 years of business building, coaching, and consulting experience, here's your host, author, speaker, and creator of the Millionaire Maker Coaching Funnel, Lindsay Anderson.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Millionaire Maker Show. I am your host, Lindsay Anderson. You do not want to miss today's episode. I'm going to be sharing with you what I call, okay, are you ready for this? The triple threat of social media sales. If you're looking to increase your sales through social media, if you're going to social media and putting a lot of time into that and you're not getting clients or a return on your time and money investment out there, it's because you're missing the triple threat. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before I get started, I jumped right into that without even doing a proper introduction. For everybody who is new, who is listening, welcome to the Millionaire Maker Show. I'm your resident expert, 20-year veteran expert, Lindsay Anderson, as your host. And I help coaches, consultants, and experts sell more programs, memberships, and courses. So if that is you, you are in the right place. And in today's day and age, it's becoming more essential than ever for online experts to really understand and implement a strategy. Long gone are the days where you can just kind of show up and because you are an expert saying expert things, then people will buy stuff from you. That used to be the case, okay? The majority of the online business is oversaturated. And so in order to stand out and to really have that business of your dreams, which every single person here listening can absolutely have that, no doubt, but it is harder than ever to do it now. It may be harder, but it's only harder for you to figure it out on your own because you have to be highly skilled in several areas in these 3 S's that I continually talk about here on the show. You have to understand a strategy. You can't just go out and post on Facebook. You might get a lot of followers, but no one will buy from you. You have to have a system to support it. You have to take yourself seriously as a business owner. Implement systems. Create a content marketing campaign that is planned out, that will attract right fit clients. Everything you post online, you know why, and it's all supported in a system. Okay? No more guessing or shooting from the hip on your content. And then finally, a focus on sales. I know you're a thought leader. I know you're extremely charismatic. However, so many people that come to me ready to scale, they think they're closing all of their sales. They think because people are drawn to them and they're charismatic, that they're closing more sales than they actually are. And really, the quickest way to grow your revenue in your online business is to focus on sales because that is the gas that fuels the rest of your business. You start at sales and you work backwards. Sales conversation, a focus on sales every time you go out to social media. So very important. All right. So as I mentioned, I kind of went on a tirade there. I know you guys are getting me at a really interesting day. It's Friday afternoon here. The kids were out of school today, which I really, really love. But between, a Friday, I had a lot of VIP clients today, and the kids being home from school, I didn't get around to recording this podcast until later in the evening when everything is just a little settled down. But that means all of my excitement for getting around to record this episode is coming out right now. And I am super passionate about helping you really, really make organic social media your number 1 lead source to help you sell more programs, memberships, and courses. I'm super excited about it. Most people that I work with, they go into social media with a really bad attitude, okay? I hate social media. It's the bane of all of our existence. I hate it when my kids are on it. It's just bad for the globe. I watched, what was that show on Netflix everybody watched? Yeah, I get it. The Social Network. That's what I was thinking. So I get it. Okay, I understand. And I actually totally agree. I know that sounds crazy coming from me who is on social media, and I know a ton about social media, and I help my customers be successful on social media. But I have to check my attitude when I'm using it, because I'm also aware of all of the negative impacts it can have on society. But if you flip that around, it can also be a tool for good. Everybody who is listening to this show changes lives, okay? Offers transformation in a world right now that needs a lot of that. And just like on the other side, okay? All the bad stuff that social media allows to snake its way through the communities and the world and the messaging and what everyone is reading and feeling and thinking. We can also spread a lot of good with social media. You can use the exact same tools to get out the awesome message about what you offer and how you can change lives and help people. And so, first of all, okay, you've got to check your social media attitude at the door. What you put into this thing is what you will get out of it. Let me give you a few spoiler alerts. This is a spoiler alert. If you farm out your social media to a company without really understanding how your brand is represented, or that you were involved so you actually know what works, then you will either have a really big following on social media and you'll get a lot of engagement, but you will not get any customers. Or alternatively, on the other end of the spectrum, you will not have any customers and not have a following. So somewhere in there. The easiest way to make social media work for you is that you are involved and you're going to be following right here the triple threat of social media sales. This is the way social media is done. And when you do it this way, it is a insurance policy on the changing social media algorithms. It doesn't even matter what social media platform you're on for the triple threat of social media sales to work for you. Before I hop into that, here we are. We're already 8 minutes in, and I just am getting to the content, but I have an announcement. The announcement is, which I am also super excited for. The announcement is the Unlaunch Method Workshop is back. This is my signature workshop. I'm teaching my exact social media marketing and sales system that has generated millions of dollars for my company, our coaching clients, and our done-for-you agency clients. And over the course of 5 days, the Unlaunch Method, I will explain this entire system to you. You do not want to miss this. You want to show up live. Replays only available for a limited time. Let me tell you what we're covering. We're covering my VEMS system, VEMS system, to grow your social media audience and generate quality, ready-to-buy leads. I'll be sharing with you how to scale intimacy sales coaching. So I'll be showing you how to scale intimacy and how to generate consistent sales and client referrals from social media. I will also share with you my invite-only event system for enrolling clients from social media like clockwork. Go to theunlaunchmethod.com. No more capping your own growth with a lack of high-quality leads. That's exactly what we're covering, because we're talking about organic social media to an IO event. And just by the way, about organic social media, there is not a better way to market your online business. And honestly, it is time to get serious about organic social media. It's free, it's powerful, it will improve all of your marketing across the board. So as that famous saying goes, the best time to take social media seriously was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. It's time to get on a consistent social media strategy, understand how to display your VEMS, and never miss a day on social media again. Yep, it's time. So let's talk about, let me do one more call out. Go to theunlaunchmethod.com. I'll see you at the workshop. Do not miss it. I haven't given this for over a year. You want to come to theunlaunchmethod.com. So let's hop into the triple threat of social media sales. This is what I mean about checking your social media attitude at the door. This is how you want to be showing up to social media to really get it to work for you, to be a solid place where you can go get high quality leads. It'll be your best place for customers. So the triple threat is number one, virtual networking. Then we're going to talk about the black book strategy, and then I'm going to talk about the consistent content stream. You show up with the triple threat of social media sales and you hit these 3 points, you will be spot on for never capping your own growth with a lack of high quality leads. So what is virtual networking? You've heard the strategy where you kind of show up to social media before you post and you interact for 15 minutes before you post and 15 minutes after you post. And then people who are also online, they'll come and like your stuff. And it's a really great strategy. Yeah, there's some merit to that, okay? But if you want to go deeper, for most people, that doesn't work so well. Because they go on and they spend 15 minutes blindly liking things that show up in their feed. They'll never see these people again, or they make some comment on some random person's something because somebody told them that they had to interact on social media for 15 minutes. And that's not going to get you that far. Yeah, that's going to send some signals to social media that, hey, I'm doing stuff out here. I'm not doing the content drop and run. Don't do that. I'm engaging. But over the long haul, you will find that a huge waste of time and it really will not help your sales. But what you want to view that time as is called virtual networking. I want you to imagine the next time you're interacting and you should do virtual networking on your social media for 30 minutes a day. Imagine the power of this. Do not underestimate the power of social media. Some of the best leads for your business comes from in-person networking. And here it is right in front of you, virtual networking. So you say to yourself, who are 10 people that if they were actually in a room, if I was at an event to network with them, would I actually want to network with? And go in with social media with real intent and go and virtually network, okay? Watch their content. Maybe it's somebody you want to collab with. Well, show some interest in them. Watch their content, leave some comments, virtually network with them for a couple weeks, leave some insightful comments because you actually watched their reel. Watch some of their stories. This can go for prospects. This can go for your current clients to keep them close. And it goes for collaborators, people you want to collaborate with. So instead of blindly liking and commenting on rando stuff, view it as virtual networking. Go in with real intent, build those relationships because social media will ensure that it happens very, very quickly because the algorithms will know and it will show them your content and it will help you connect. And so while I love a good in-person event, viewing social media as an opportunity to virtually network, many touch points with these people, going in with intent, making a list of people I want to network with, and then dedicating 30 minutes a day to virtually network changed everything. You'll find it's pretty amazing because when you focus on the micro, okay, we're focusing on individuals here, the macro of social media will take care of itself. Ignore the vanity metrics, ignore the numbers, look at it like this and watch what happens. Now, I actually shared that with a client of mine, a VIP client of mine. She was struggling with social media. It was the bane of her existence. She knew she had to get on there, but like it really wasn't paying off because she was investing so much like time, but she didn't really have a strategy and it felt like more time than it needed to be because she was really just kind of showing up, going off, shooting from the hip about it. So part of what we do in the mastery program is we help them come up with a social media content strategy that doesn't take all this time, actually has a plan behind it, and actually attracts high quality clients, but in a system so you're not completely tied to content creation. So we shared that with her, and she really wanted to outsource the piece where you are interacting with people. Now, I introduced virtual networking to her. She was a master networker already. And when I empowered her with that thought pattern, it changed everything for her. Now she loves social media. She's on stories because she doesn't have to waste her time on the feed because that's all planned out with strategic content for the next 2 weeks. And it's bringing her clients. More people are watching her stories and she's getting actual sales from social media. But not only that, she is showing up to social media, actually connecting with people, which is what really drives her. It drives me too. I'm sure it drives many of you listening to this episode. So view it like that. Use some real intent and watch what happens. Now, that is just the first threat in the triple threat of social media sales. The second is going to be the black book strategy. I talk about this a lot. Social media is all about quality. Only follow quality people, only really like quality followers. You want to approach social media as a black book. This is how I keep track of all of my colleagues and all of my prospects and all of my customers and all of my collaboration partners. And social media will make sure that you guys are remaining connected. So whereas the virtual networking, you view that as a way to expound your black book, well, how do I talk to and stay in front of and nurture all of these people I meet with virtual networking, Lindsay? Well, the black book strategy. Part of your 30 minutes a day is checking in on people, looking through your list of followers. Oh, it's Barbara's birthday. I'm going to wish her a happy birthday. Oh, yeah, I noticed Melanie had a really great thing that she advertised because she was on this big TV show. I'm going to just DM her. And the black book strategy is more about the people you know and keeping them close and making sure your content is nurturing them. And the black book strategy can very well dovetail into the virtual networking, because when you keep a close eye on your followers and the people you follow, and you don't just follow random people, but you keep it tight knit on the black book there, then social media will start making recommendations based on your connections. And then it's very simple to add friend. Okay? Add friend. We know 50 of the same people. I can DM them a message as simple as, hey, we both know 50 of the same people. We both live in Portland, Oregon. I thought it would be really good to connect. And then suddenly you have one more person in your social media black book, one more person that will see your content, that you can DM, that you can nurture through the third step. The third step is a consistent content stream. As I said at the top of the episode, you cannot afford to miss a day on social media. That doesn't mean you can't take Sundays off or whatever. A consistent content stream, because it is so essential to your business, and it's really important that you view it that way. Now, the virtual networking and the black book strategy are supported by your consistent content stream. This is how your virtual networking expounds, and you actually have people to talk to because you're making insightful comments on their stuff. You're DMing them. You're looking at their stories consistently. And the consistent content stream feeds your black books. It gives you the opportunity to build yourself as an expert through the value of the content you provide. It'll also, when you get into stories, it allows you to do sales and get referrals and really engage with your audience. And so creating a consistent content stream is really the glue that keeps your black book and your virtual networking strategy together. And so plan out that content. You can't afford to miss it. Done is better than perfect. And here's the thing. When it comes to content. And if you keep stopping and starting content, oh, it's not perfect, or oh, it wasn't working, just keep going. Done is better than perfect, and you can't afford to miss a day. I promise you're overthinking it. I promise you're spending too much time overthinking this piece of content when you need to view it as an overall marketing strategy. Hey, this is just one piece of content within 100 pieces that I need to make to support my black book. And you just need to set it up, and you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. Maybe what you're doing isn't working. The answers you seek to what works for me on content marketing is obviously you got to get yourself a coach like me so I can show you the VEMS model and how to actually implement it. You don't want to be guessing on this. But then there is a portion of you practicing, you understanding your audience, you really knowing how to engage that audience. And that comes through posting several times. 300 times you have to post to really, really improve that skill set of posting on social media. And so do you want to do that over the course of 3 years to get to your 300? Or do you want to do it in 6 months and get the answers that you seek and continually improve? Well, then don't stop posting on social media. Do not stop and start. The algorithms are hard to forgive that, especially these days with the massive amount of content there is and because of AI and competition. So the algorithms don't like it when you stop and start. They don't trust you. And like you have to build up that trust with them in order for them to give you more of an audience. And then your audience, they're not going to invest in you as a person or a content creator or somebody that they want to get to know or follow if you aren't showing up consistently, because it's like you're hesitant to make best friends with your neighbor who's going to move a month from now. And so you have to show your audience that I am here to be consistent. Love me or hate me, I'm here to be consistent. And you go in with a long-term view on it and not just these quick wins and vanity metrics. And when you show up that I will be posting this content no matter what, because it is literally key to all your other marketing initiatives. It will make everything better. And not only that, organic social media is free, and organic social media is the best way to get clients and sell more courses, memberships, and programs. If you're not focused on it and maybe you're focused on other things in your business, I wouldn't recommend it because it's going to take a little time for it to work, but you will thank me later. You will thank me later if you are listening, taking me seriously, and decide to never miss a day of content. And also, of course, going in with the Black Book strategy and the virtual networking. There you have it. That's the Friday night version of the Millionaire Maker Show. I'm glad that you joined me for this episode. Virtual networking, Black Book strategy, and a consistent content stream. It's the true trifecta to more social media sales. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Millionaire Maker Show. If you enjoy the Millionaire Maker Show, please go and leave us a review out there on your favorite streaming platform. I really appreciate everyone who is listening. I love connecting with you here. I love the comments and emails that we get in. And please just leave us a review out there if you're finding this insightful. Now, there's one more thing you need to remember. Run, don't walk. Make sure you go get signed up for the Unlaunched Method, my workshop coming hot at you on November 6th. You definitely want to have a front row seat there and learn my exact social media strategy, my VEMS model for content creation into an invite-only event. It's the Unlaunched Method, and it's really the most powerful way to sell more courses, programs, and memberships. All right, there you have it. I will see you on the next episode of The Millionaire Maker Show.
Thank you for listening to The Millionaire Maker Show with master business coach and creator of the Millionaire Maker Coaching Funnel, Lindsay Anderson. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time.